Architecture is often understood as only the art of designing a building, but at its core, it reveals who we choose to serve and whose lives we choose to value. For Raul Pantaleo, architecture was never about signature buildings or personal recognition. It has always been about responsibility to people, to place, and to dignity. Over nearly 4 decades, he has redefined what architecture can mean when it is practiced not for profit or prestige, but in service of humanity. Born in Milan in 1962, Raul grew up in a socially conscious family that shaped his ethical approach. In 1981, Pantaleo moved to Venice to study architecture. At a time when architecture was becoming increasingly market-driven, he began asking essential questions. Who is architecture for, and what does it mean to build responsibly in a world marked by inequality? That conviction took tangible form in 1996 when Pantaleo co-founded Tam Associati, a collective build on collaboration, sustainability, and social justice, designing not for markets, but for communities, and not to compete, but to contribute. In the early 2000s, this philosophy was tested in the most fragile regions imaginable. Pantaleo's collaboration with the humanitarian organization Emergency marked a decisive turning point.
We understood through this work with Emergency that beauty is a right that belongs also to the people that are poor, suffering, because beauty makes these people understand that we strongly believe in their future, so there is a hope. I remember I was during the war in Iraq in a refugee camp. We were doing a clinic, a prefabricated clinic, and very basic facility. And I pushed with the idea of planting a tree. That doesn't cost anything, And the nurse that was there, that she was coming from the war area, she said, "I want to pay this tree because that means for me future." So the use of symbolic elements like a tree or the use of color can make a big change in the perception of architecture.
Across regions shaped by war, displacement, and extreme poverty, Pantaleo helped design hospitals and healthcare facilities not as isolated buildings, but as parts of a global healthcare network. From the Salam Center for Cardiac Surgery in Khartoum, providing free, high-quality heart surgery to patients across Africa, to pediatric centers in Port Sudan and Nyala, from rural health facilities in Rwanda, Kenya, and Iraqi refugee camps to maternity hospitals in Afghanistan, his work has enabled millions of people to access dignified, life-saving care.
When people are treated in spaces with dignity and beauty, people can imagine their future, and it can be a positive future because care in design means care of the dignity of these people in the future.
More recently, he has contributed to a new generation of humanitarian healthcare infrastructure, a children's surgical hospital in Uganda designed with natural ventilation and low-energy systems, and mental health and community-oriented healthcare projects in Bethlehem, Palestine. Pantaleo was never a distant designer. He lived on site, often for months at a time, working alongside doctors, nurses, and local communities. That approach even carried him beyond land in 2024 as he designed and joined a rescue mission aboard Emergency's life support ship. Alongside his field work, he remained committed to teaching at the University of Trieste, encouraging students to approach architecture through ethics, responsibility, and direct engagement with the people they design for.
I always say to the student, you have to be there. If you are working on accessibility, you have to try to enter in a toilet with a wheelchair, because that makes the difference. You are there.
Raul Pantaleo has not simply designed buildings. He has shaped architecture as an act of solidarity and a means of protecting life. From hospitals erected in the midst of war to spaces of hope carved into the sea, His work reminds us that we must all build our world with purpose, and that the greatest purpose lies in serving humanity.